literally just had a jumbo bumblebee. I caught it on the video short, collecting pollen from the columbines. I was trying to flip to live mode to continue to capture the bee because it didn't seem to mind that I was right there filming. But if you look at my short videos, you'll see the jumbo bumblebee, and you see it going up in the flower and actually putting pollen in its leg, in its pockets. Oh my gosh. So this is just like the garden in the front yard, and I have pink and white and dark purple and light pink and columbines and hostas, and this is where all the tulips came up, and the daffodils and crocuses come up. Forget-me-nots. I've got my wild roses are starting to bloom. The almond bush, here's one of its beautiful, delicate flowers. I love the almond bush flowers. They're my favorites. I cut that back to dry them. But look at the wind is already taking petals off of the wild roses. But here's my wild rose bush. The buds are coming. There's been a lot of rain, but the roses are blooming, which is fabulous. And back in the day, guys, this used to be all bush right here. It's still bush over there that way, but this used to be all bush, and then it turned into cornfields, and then it's got new housing now right here. There's 3 brand new homes, and up the road. Oh, here's the jumbo. Hang on, it's on the Solomon seal. I don't want to scare it. It's somewhere in this. There he is. There he is. There he is. There's a pair of them. Oh, there was a pair of them. How cool is that? They're swarming kind of all around me. I don't want your flowers, baby dolls. They're for you. Well, they're mine, but you can have some. So yeah, there was a day that, see the big weeping willow trees, and these are the big oaks, and this is my big red maple all above me. And look at the big pines on the corner of the house. And then those big pines are, wasn't that cool, the bumblebees? Oh yeah, purple columbines come up under this little umbrella tree every year. So here's the dark purple. They're just so stunning, like vibrant dark purple. But the lilacs are out. I've got light purple lilacs. I've got the white snowball tree. These are called catapala trees. These trees here, see the woody bean pod sticking down, and this tree is going to flower right around June, and the flowers are so fragrant. They're like Hawaii. And I have white lilacs as well as dark purple lilacs, so lots. And then this is all wild roses. Look at this particular rose, is the first full bloom. Now, isn't that fabulous? What did I want to tell you guys? The whole point. Hey, you know what? I just came back from a little bit of an excursion, and I'll tell you something. I met one of the nicest people that I've ever met. He served in the military, so thanked him for his service. He was so gracious to thank me for being a registered nurse. I'm not going to tell his life story, but amazing, story, and amazing person. And his family's very lucky to have him. And when I pulled in the particular area, here, an orange truck pulled in beside me that was the same color as my dad's GTO Judge used to be. If you guys know the GTO Judge, it's that famous sort of pumpkin dark orange, and this Dodge Ram pulled up right at the same time as I pulled up, and it was like my dad was pulling up beside me. It was really crazy, and Dad used to own an RV dealership, and that's where I was pulling into. Oh, look at here, two hosta, different breeds. That's a variegated hosta, and then the green hosta. Sorry, I get a little distracted. Anyhow, he made me laugh, he made me cry, holy doodles, I'll tell you. And hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, send some good vibes. Hopefully things work out, and it will literally be life-changing. Life-changing indeed. And it's exactly what I need to keep moving forward. And I'm not going to say a lot until I know more, but he's also a travel agent, this gentleman. I'm going to post his business cards in my posts. I'll try to do that today. If I don't today, forgive me, but I will like tomorrow. But definitely incredible, very honest, caring, has an amazing story, amazing family, and iconically or ironically had a lot of similarities to my dad, which was really crazy to me. So, but hoping everything goes well tomorrow, and I just wanted to share a little bit of all the blooms in my yard that are happening. And you know what is amazing is in our area, you know, the black bears are back. I had it on my game cam now it's quite a few years ago, but oh, there's some birds playing on my front porch. There they are on the corner of the deck, right? I can't point backwards, right there. On the post. Little sparrow, I think. Right by my... wrong way. Do you see it moving on the top of the post? Oh, I'm awful at reversal. Let's go like this. Oh. I love seeing the birds play. I literally, get so sidetracked, had a bird species that I've never seen before here last summer. It was vibrant orange, and it wasn't an Oriole or, what am I thinking, Baltimore Oriole is it? That's orange. Anyhow, I looked it up, the colors on the tail and so forth, and it was like a Mexican bird. And because our summers are becoming warmer and warmer and longer, these birds are coming from up south. And what I wanted to say with the black bear is, you know, the bears are back right here where we are. You know, the coyotes are coming right to the corner of my house, right here at the very corner. They come through that trail and they go all the way through the backyard. We have deer that are here. They're probably out in the field now. If I take a few minutes, I can probably spot the deer and zone in on them. Deer come in the backyard and eat my apples with their does. They feel safe back there. And the bald eagles have returned, which is amazing. Amazing that the bald eagles are back in our area. And that's because there's no lead lures being used in fishing, and a lot of people aren't spraying for things and trying to be more organic. And it's just incredible to see all these. And I saw a pair of moose the other day, driving, instead of going down the 401 highway, up near Upper Canada Village area, Upper Canada Village Road or Upper Canada Road. I pulled off on the concession, and I just said to myself, I should roll my window down. I wonder if there's anything to see. And no sooner did I say that, did I see a pair of moose. Literally, I got out of my vehicle, which wasn't too smart in hindsight. I was just so excited and wanted to capture them on video. Guys, I'm a big rock nerd. Here's some special rock. Let's just put it that way. It's got a fossil in it. Yeah, so, and here was this pair of moose, like, just grazing, and I got quite a distance from my vehicle where I realized I wasn't smart, because they could have, within a few strides, got to me, and it was looking a little angry. I think it was a mama moose with her calf, or it was a female and male moose, hard to say. But I did capture it. I think it was on Facebook at the time. can't remember, because my YouTube, I really just started really videoing, and are the deer right there? Really started wanting to share my life with you guys a few years ago. So, sorry about that, was getting a call. So I just want to say I'm very grateful for everything that I'm blessed with. I am grateful that we still have beautiful green grass, you know, and trees, and I really love the country. I dream of, because I harvest the pussy willows on my property, and I get to sell them to florists and people, you know, and like grapevine, and I make the grapevine wreaths, like they're all over here in different sizes, drying and curing, and then literally, I have some resin that I can't wait after the two situations with the house. The office got all kerfuffalated, and the resin and all my new office supplies are packed away, but they're going to be found. And the resin is going to be like all kinds of beautiful live edge wood resin flowers. I can't wait to be able to do the flowers live and like fresh. But even dried flowers are just so fabulous. I adore Mother Nature so much. I've always been someone who loves to, like right now the wind's blowing, I don't want to go inside. I've always been someone who just loves to be out in the fresh air. And as a kid, I used to walk along the shores of the St. Lawrence River, because we lived right across the road from the river, and fish off of big rocks. There was a graveyard across the road, so I used to go on these big boulders at the back of the graveyard, and old stones that maybe there was mistakes on, or anyhow, used to fish off there because it was like a bit of a reef. And instead of going up the road to the corner store, which is exactly a mile from our house to the traffic light where the corner store was, and like there was a gas station and a miniature mall, instead of going that straight mile, I was scared that someone was going to pull over and try to abduct me on my bicycle as a child, or and there was houses along the way that a family lost their mother, and the house burnt down, and they were sort of raising themselves, and they were sort of cross to everybody on the school bus. It was just, and there was just different situations that you heard stories about different houses. So as a kid, you were terrified to bicycle past them, right? You go 100 miles an hour. So instead of going down the concession one exact mile to the store, I used to cut grass, and I always wanted to buy oranges. Literally just got an orange today, with my grass cutting money, because it was something my dad didn't always want to splurge on. Because anyways, when we used to go to Florida, we used to get them fresh, but I don't know. We lived in the country, and I guess anyways, we didn't get oranges often. So when I made money cutting grass, I wanted to go up to the corner store and get oranges. And I would walk all along the shore of the riverbanks, totally unsafe for the mud factor. There's like quicksand in the area, you know, for wild animals, like just everything. And that was what I did as a kid. That's how I went to the corner store, was up the riverbanks all the time. And it was like about 5 kilometers instead of a kilometer, because the riverbanks would jut in and jut out and jut in and jut out. So yeah, crazy stories. I am so all over the place, but I want to share with you that I always loved living in the country and just fishing and hunting. Right now the sun is setting right beyond those cedars. Can't even get my hand in the shot. There we go. I guess I could go a little bit this way. I'm going to get off soon, though. But I just wanted to say that I met this incredible person today. They actually made me laugh. They were very professional. And I do believe in earth angels. I have a very good friend who is my earth angel. And she and her family have been amazing and incredible. And there's just people on this planet who do help other people, or do care about other people, and that makes the world a difference. So I just want to say thank you for that, and I will share his business cards, like I said, either when I get in, but if I forget, because it's getting really super late and I still got things to do, I will definitely do it tomorrow. And he sends his family on trips, and his neighbors and people rely on him. I didn't remember how many years his travel business has been going on, but he's very educated in travel. He's been in like 27 countries, I think he said. And like it was like wow. So there was so much could have talked about, but that wasn't the reason I was there. So tried to just keep on track. But he was also a fisherman, so had to show each other fishing pictures, and anyways, it was just, I want to just say it was a pleasure. And that doesn't happen often in life, so I appreciated that interaction. And I hope that his family and himself are safe. And there was another gentleman that was there that was really funny and kind. So hashtag Ryan Gosling. He'll know who he is if they get to watch this and later on and see. But yeah, guys, I just want to say I do appreciate everything I have in my surroundings. I'm going to be planting the garden, probably not till next week. We got a busy weekend and a really super busy weekend and an exciting weekend. I'll be able to share some things with you guys as they happen. So I can't wait. Big events in our family. And then next weekend is another big event. It's my 55th birthday, and it's another big event in our family. My daughter's graduating from university next weekend, and this weekend is my daughter's wedding dress fittings. Possibility of saying yes to the dress, we'll see. And also a big fashion show with Angie's Models and Images, AMTI. Shout out Angie. I hope to get to the fashion show for sure. I appreciate them. They're incredible. The shows at the War Museum, it's amazing. So many exciting things happening all in the next 2 weeks. But I do have a lot of my plants that I buy, some of my garden in plants. Just there was things I didn't have any seeds of, like lemon oregano, was it? Lemon basil? Lemon, anyway, something I'd never seen, was new to me. So I got some plants to put in the ground and lots of seeds, lots of flowers to hopefully have for the resin art. And it's not just resin art. We use the dry flowers in bath teas and bath salts, and the edible flowers, the pansies and the violets, can be turned into syrups and put into salads, and you can put them onto butter and desserts, and there's just so much you can do with them. So I'm excited. Thank you for hanging in, guys. Thank you if you're watching till the end. Drop a bouquet of flowers or a hashtag where you're from, a shout out, and I hope you're all well. Have a great and happy weekend. Cheers. Peace out. See you on the next one.